Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about the new phone app that is built into iOS 26 on every single iPhone, iPad, and Mac now. Which, if you didn't know, surprise, all of the Apple products now have access to the phone app, which I think is a really interesting choice, but it is also really useful because I cannot tell you the amount of times I've had to yell at Siri to call a phone number on my computer because I didn't have my phone nearby. So if you are about to update your phone or you've just updated your phone, let me walk you through everything that's new with the phone app and with calling on an iPhone, because there's actually a ton of new options that are really useful, but not all of them are immediately available or obvious. So first up, we have this new unified phone design in the app, which is very different than what Apple has done before. And it basically just combines all of your recent calls and all of your voicemails in one place. In my other videos I'm doing on iOS 26, I'm actually showing you these things on my phone, but I cannot do that here because I'd have to blur out every single name and phone number, which would not be very useful because I wouldn't be able to show you anything. So I'm actually going to show you a couple of images from Apple's website to walk you through this. But the main thing to know here is that everything is in one place, which for some people will be really helpful, and for some people, almost like myself, it'll be annoying because it completely changes the way you have to think about the phone app when you're looking at that list. Before, the voicemails and the recent calls were split up, and that made a lot of sense because if you tapped on a recent call, it would call that person, and if you tapped on a voicemail, it would open the voicemail. Nowadays, it doesn't work that way, and you have to be really careful about where you tap, but there is good news. If you don't like this unified phone design, in the phone app in the top right corner, you can actually press the menu, and there's this menu right here where you can switch back to the classic design, which I think a lot of people are going to do. Something that's not necessarily new but is better is actually AI generated summaries on device of the voicemails that people leave you. So whenever you miss a call or you reject a call and somebody leaves you a voicemail, your phone will actually, on device, it will not be sent anywhere else, it's all very private, will do the processing of that voicemail on your phone and give you a transcript and also give you a summary of what that voicemail was. Another new feature in iOS 26 is actually a level up on unknown caller filtering. So before, your phone would actually filter out and tell you that you did not, it was an unknown number, it might be spam. But now it goes one step further and it actually will take the call for you, ask the person what they're calling about, and then it will show you what they've responded with and if you want to pick up the call or if you want to send them a message or reject the call. I've actually already used this feature a lot while I've been beta testing the software, and it has been useful in a couple situations, but it's also caught a lot of people off guard. So this is going to be the new era. If you know somebody doesn't have your phone number and you call them, you're probably not going to get to them first because this feature is turned on by default. So I think once we're all used to just telling basically Siri why we're calling, most people will pick up. And it is really nice because most of the time I'm in the car, I'm in the meeting, I can't necessarily pick up the phone, and it's helpful to see exactly what's going on before. On the flip side, some automated systems and some people were just unaware of what was going on and they didn't know what to respond with. So the little response that Siri would give me wasn't exactly very helpful, and I just pick up the phone anyway. And along the lines of picking up the phone for you, Siri and your phone can actually stay on the phone for you while you're waiting on hold. There's a new holding experience where your phone will actually detect when it thinks that you are waiting on a call. Either it's hearing the same automated voice over and over again, or it's hearing music, and you'll get a little notification and option to wait on hold for you. So that way you can close the phone app, you can put your phone down, you can do something else. And when your phone thinks that the person has picked up on the other line, when they hear a natural human voice asking for you, it will send you a little notification and say, hey, it's time to pick up the phone. And as a side note, you also have a new option to record phone calls in the phone app, which could be really useful if you are using your phone for business, or you're having lengthy conversations with people, or you just want to catch somebody doing or saying something that they shouldn't. The only thing to note about this is when you hit the record button, it will tell the person on the other line that it's about to be recorded. So you can't totally just get away with recording people secretly, but it can be really helpful if you need to keep a log of your phone calls, because after you've taken the recording, you can actually get an AI generated summary and a transcript of that call. So this was everything new in the phone app on iOS 26. It's not very often that we get a huge update to a 100-plus-year-old system of just putting in a phone number and calling people. But especially nowadays, especially with AI and with everybody being super busy, I'm actually really happy to see a bunch of these improvements because it's Apple catching up to Google for sure. And it's just a bunch of quality of life improvements that make what can be a very time-consuming, energy-consuming thing of being on the phone or waiting to get back on the phone and waiting on hold. It makes a lot of that easier. So I am happy to see this. I'm not totally sold on the unified design, But if you like this video, I'm actually doing a bunch on iOS 26, and the next one that you can watch is actually about iMessage and group chats. If you use iMessage, if you use Apple's messaging app, if you have blue bubbles, there is a ton of updates that I cover in this video that are actually really, really useful, and I'm so happy to see them. So go ahead and click this if you're interested in that. And if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I am Grayson. I'm here every single week. I cover a lot of home products, a lot of tech products. I do a lot of reviews, and I pretty much just want to make videos that you guys want to see. So if you have any other questions or ideas, please leave them in the comments below. And if you liked this form of a video of me just walking you through what's new and what you should care about, go ahead and hit like. It really helps me out a lot. And with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.